We've seen some crazy football celebrations over the years, but some will always remain embedded in football history. But there are so many other celebrations that take the meaning of iconic to another level. We start with Newcastle United's Alan Shearer, who bowed out of the game in style. After scoring his final goal for the Magpies, the legendary striker pointed his fingers in the air. The moment was so iconic that it had to be immortalized, with the club making a statue out of it. Cristiano Ronaldo celebrates goals like no other, but nothing can hold a candle to him when it comes to the iconic Sioux celebration. Messi needs to have an iconic celebration for himself. So, in a crucial game against eternal rivals Real Madrid, the Argentine scored a goal. Yes, it was a good goal, but the celebration was even better. Messi ran towards the fans, removed his shirt, and held it up for everyone to see. But hey, Marcelo did this first, and we have proof of that in this video. Okay, so you might think that this isn't a very iconic goal celebration, but to be honest, football would look hollow if players stopped sliding to celebrate finding the ball in the back of the net. We've seen a lot of players do that, but the way Olivier Giroud and Kylian Mbappe do it is just too iconic to ignore.
La caca!
Okay, so this celebration is the ultimate representation of coolness and athletic prowess. Football players do love to mix and match, and when someone does a backflip, it is amazing to see. We've seen Lamana Luar do that during his time at Newcastle. Nani did it a lot at Manchester United. But this celebration can be super risky. Ask Luar, who got carried away while doing a backflip and injured himself. Even that moment is iconic if you think about it. Emmanuel Adebayor was always an emotional character. During his time at Arsenal, he was feeling underappreciated. So once an opportunity to sign for Manchester City and make more money came, he didn't need to think twice. A few months later, City played Arsenal with the Togolese leading the Citizens' front line. Of course, he was gonna score, and of course he was going to mock the Gunners fans. Running down the full length of the pitch and celebrating in front of fans who ridicule you for years is one way to make a controversial yet iconic statement. In 2015, former Manchester United striker Wayne Rooney became a laughingstock of the internet when he sparred with ex-teammate Phil Bardsley. Supposedly, Rooney was knocked out during the bout, so a few days later, Rooney did a shadowboxing celebration after scoring a pretty good goal against Tottenham in a 3-0 win. Is this iconic enough? We'll leave that for you to decide. Ahead of a Merseyside derby, Everton boss David Moyes pointed out how easy it was for Luis Suarez to hug the turf at the slightest bit of contact. Suarez was always a dirty player, but always had the last laugh. A few hours later, the game started and Suarez opened the scoring. Guess what he did next? He ran up to the Everton boss, jumped and dove on the ground. The celebration became one of the most iconic in the league's history, and even Moyes saw the funny side of it. While the two men did have a falling out, it wasn't before Zidane became a huge fan of Gareth Bale. During the Champions League final against Liverpool in 2018, the Welsh wizard scored a jaw-dropping goal, prompting his then-manager to celebrate as if his hand was burned after holding a sizzling pan. The goal was that damn good. Sometimes testosterone takes over players when they score, and it compels them to act like our ancestors who were more ape and less human. Take, for example, Jacopo Villan, a very unknown player from a largely unknown team in Italy. After scoring the winner, he ran towards the dugout and slammed his head on the side. Remember Mirko Vucinic? He used to be a pretty decent striker in Italy, and his celebrations were legendary. Rather than taking off his shirt to celebrate a goal and earn himself a yellow card, he used to take off his shorts and wear them on his head. It's weird, but comical. We all know that the Frenchman has a few quirky celebrations under his belt, but one of his most iconic ones came during his time at Real Sociedad. The forward scored a goal against Deportivo and proceeded to jump on a pitchside car and started beeping its horn. Let's be honest, there is no Roma without Francesco Totti. The one club legend stood by his Roma even when they were a struggling side. He always loved scoring against the enemy, Lazio. During a game where he scored an equalizer, Totti was given his phone by goalkeeping coach Guido Nanni. Totti went towards the section that was then reserved for the club's ultras and took a selfie right in front of them. The moment became one of the most iconic in the game's history. And how better to finish off than with one of the most talked about celebrations right now, which is that of English superstar Jude Bellingham. He's bagged 20 goals in his debut season at Real Madrid and does his iconic celebration after every one. It's become so iconic that even Adidas have now paired up with him to create a new logo, like that of Michael Jordan and Nike's Jumpman. So guys, these are some of the most iconic goal celebrations in football history. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you leave, make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons, turn on your notifications, and watch this next video. Till next time.